This is why kids can actually see ghosts. A mother named Elijah records a horrifying video after her daughter woke up from a night terror and began to frantically scream at something in the room. Her daughter can be seen staring at something we can't see by their bed. After some time, Elijah calms her daughter down and decides to take her back to bed when suddenly the door closes on them.
Good girl. It's okay. There's the vent right there, baby. See? The vent pushes the door. You're fine, okay?
She tells her it's just a wind, so not to scare her. But as they arrive at the room, she notices her daughter seems to be too scared to go in. And as she looks at what's scaring her, this happens.
The same house is gonna be okay. Let's go to bed. What's wrong, Cora? Sweetie, what are you afraid of? You're scaring me, honey. I don't see anything.
The blinds are forcefully closed by an unseen force. To her horror, on the following day, she noticed it couldn't have been the air vent that closed the door, since she turned it on and it didn't move.
So the AC was not on when the door closed. It's very loud. And you can hear it coming from the vent. The air vent could not have pushed this door closed in that other video because the air was not on, the AC was not on. Her blinds do not have any remote or electronics. We just opened them back up so I could show you. You have to be physically standing by the blinds in order to close them like this. There is no wires or anything like that. There's no way this could be battery powered or anything. They just close on their own. And also, all four of them closed at the exact same time. There's no way that's possible because you have to touch it and close it like that.
Furthermore, she says the blinds aren't mechanical, and in order to close like that, something needs to push them individually with relative force. So, could it be that her daughter's age allowed her to see something Elijah couldn't? Thankfully, Elijah mentioned she's currently moving out. They went to explore an abandoned radiated mine when they find out something lives there. A man from Russia named Laren decided to explore several abandoned uranium mines located in the city of Yangibat, Uzbekistan. The place was once used for the development of nuclear weapons, but now sits abandoned since 1990 as a ghost town. As Laren and company explore several locations, he finds no traces of life. But while exploring a specific cave deeper in town, he makes his way to the bottom and finds his pin to the abyss. And as they get closer, they hear this.
Ебать, ебались, пацаны. Ебать.
A loud bang is heard. Then, some kind of creature or living thing can be heard screaming somewhere down there.
Ебать, ебались, пацаны.
Knowing it's impossible for anyone to be living in these mines, they run out of there. He was staying in a cabin in the Appalachian woods when something tries to get in. A man under the user Mosh explains that while he was hiking his way up the Appalachian mountains to stay in a cabin, he began to record after hearing what sounded like whistling.
Hello?
Since the whistling had stopped, the man didn't think much of it. But shortly after arriving at his cabin, he heard what sounded like a raspy human-like voice just in front of the cabin. We can hear something saying, "Let me in." Then it's a whistle as Mosh quietly sits still, carefully looking at whatever might be hiding in the dark. The whistling stops as Mosh goes back inside. Could this be the whistling many Appalachian locals swore not to follow? Let me know what you think. This is why you don't mess with the dead. A horror movie production team named DBS Films was filming a horror movie in a haunted house. As the team is done for the day, they pack up and head back home. But as one of the crew members is driving back home, he notices from his rearview mirror something behind him is in his car. For just a moment while the sun's light is shining the seat, the man sees what looks like a baby's face sitting right behind him. As the light goes away, the face slowly disappears. Having no items that could reflect something like this, the man is left with no explanation and believes he's being followed by something from the haunted house. She was playing by the woods one night when something tried to lure her. A girl under the user Sophie was playing around with a soccer ball late one night by her house, kicking it around in the dark as she lights her way. But as Sophie continues to push the ball around, she goes into the woods, unknowing something had been watching her all along.
Oh, that just went. Hello?
While looking for the ball, she begins to hear something that resembles a human whispering. Then she doesn't notice. Whatever this is can be seen moving around behind the tree. She then turns her back to it. Then this happens.
Oh my god. Oh no. I'm out. I'm done. That's it.
The whisper seems to be louder this time, as if it was getting closer. Sophie quickly runs back inside, having no idea if she was being stalked by a creep. Given she noticed it sounded just like her, she believes she was being stalked by something inhuman living in those woods. She felt like someone was watching her, but when she looked out the window, she sees this. A woman named Olivia uploaded a horrifying video taken from her second-story window. While looking outside, she notices this black figure standing by her neighbor's home. Whoever this is seems to be wearing a black robe like the Grim Reaper. Her neighbor also notices this thing as he goes out to confront it, but after no response, he goes back inside.
I am gonna walk over here though, just to see if there's any kind of decoration or what we could have been seeing over here. So there's no decorations. There is that fence, but you could see that in the video if I'm remembering correctly. And here's the other side, and that right there is the window I was looking out of. I would like to point out though that we do live in an area surrounded by old Victorian homes, and that's an old church, and our neighbor's house is actually a restored Victorian home. They basically gutted the whole thing and built it over its old bones. I don't know.
Trying to understand what happened, Olivia explains they live near old haunted Victorian homes and also shows there's no Halloween prop that could have caused it. She then asks her neighbor what he saw, and he mentions they forgot to tell her they were filming a short horror film. So yeah.
So my neighbors are home so that I could go ask them what they saw. I don't know if some of you guys are gonna like the answer they gave me. I like the answer they gave me. They're actually filming a short horror film, so I don't blame them. They just forgot to warn us beforehand. They said they were going to and then forgot.
She was home alone when she sees this. A girl created a username on TikTok seeking help after she had captured a horrifying moment late last night. While she's high at home by herself, she begins to hear someone talking in the living room. Thinking it might be in her head, she records the area to see if anyone's in her apartment when something haunting is captured. As she walks by at the corner of the living room, something that looks like two glowing eyes can be seen turning towards her as they stare directly at her. Now, this clearly looks like a cat's eyes, but the creepy part is, she explains, her only cat doesn't have eyes. So, if this is truly the case that her only cat is the blind one, just what exactly was staring at her from the corner of the living room? He was waiting in front of a school late at night when he hears this. A man named Ángel Valero was doing Uber late at night in Torreón, Mexico, when he gets a request to pick up a client in front of this creepy-looking elementary school. As Ángel waits for the person to arrive, he records the school, since it alone looks creepy. Little did he know something horrifying would be captured. He sees something moving around behind the gate, like it's staring at him. Then, from inside the school, we can hear what sounds like a woman screaming. Ángel continued to wait for the client and got out of there, leaving the video a mystery as to what was going on inside that school. They were checking the pool one night when something haunting is captured. A girl named Lacey explains that one night while her sister's outside working on the pool lights with a sibling, she decides to take a video showing off the colors at night, but little did she know something horrifying would be captured.
He's out here so I can change the colors.
You might be able to do it on the plant.
Oh, that looks so cool, and they're above too. Oh, that's so cool.
Just behind her sibling, the pale figure of a person suddenly appears out of thin air, like it ran out of the woods towards her house. Her sister mentions they were alone that night and that they never saw or heard anyone walking by, let alone running at full speed right next to them. Lacey and her family are left shocked and speechless as they have no idea who or what this was. Could it be the lost soul of a previous resident or local reliving a memorable moment running through the woods? Or is it something else? Let me know what you think. He was watching TV when he noticed something was watching him. A man named Frankie was relaxing at home watching TV one night when he noticed in the corner of his eye something moving back and forth. As he looks to the right, he sees this translucent human-like figure shaking its head back and forth just behind the shelf. Whatever this is seems to be only visible at the torso level as it continues banging its head on the wall. Frankie then checks the area, but doesn't find anything that could resemble this. Based on the figure's similarity to that of a demented person banging its head on the wall, could Frankie somehow have captured the trapped soul of a dementia patient who passed away while staying in that room? Let me know what you think. Hey, Dark Moose here. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like and consider subscribing if you're enjoying the content. But as always, I'll see you guys on the next video, and thanks for watching.